Hello, online crew. How is everybody today? Hope you've had an awesome day if you're at the end of the day or starting the day. I've just been at my son's football, made it home in time. He kicked a goal. So that's Australian football. For those of you that don't know, I've got one that plays football and one that plays soccer. So a bit of both. Anyway, how are you today? What I'm going to share with you today is some wording and just a little bit of a tip in the psychology of what helps people make a buying decision or help you increase your results with somebody saying yes to you regarding, maybe a product of yours or a business opportunity. So I think a lot of people struggle with the industry that we are in. If you're an entrepreneur, got a home-based business, is how to bring the business up. So when you're talking to people about it, if you're prospecting on social media, so this is some specific wording that you can use, particularly on social media, when you see something that might trigger you to go, oh, my product would be good for them. Okay, so I'll go through and a little bit of an example for you and just explain a little bit of the psychology behind it, because people think in certain ways, and there are things that you can do to help increase your opportunity for somebody to look at what it is that you've got. And a lot of people don't have the skill behind this. They don't know how or what to say to people to get a better result. So I'm hoping what I share with you here today just might give you a couple of ideas of how to reword some things or the words to use in Messenger or on somebody's news feed to just get them maybe intrigued about what it is that you have. Okay, so hello, everybody. If we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. I am here to serve the amazing community that we have here. So if you're new to this community, we have entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those that are, in the business where you haven't necessarily created what it is that you're selling. Maybe you've given the rights to be sold something from, another company, those kind of things. And we are learning to leverage social media to build our business with modern online strategies. So that's mainly what we talk about here. We have had the most amazing training in this community this week regarding, I guess you call it personal development. I mean, those of you in my coaching community, how did you find the training that we had this week? We went through fear, we went through overwhelm, we went through your beliefs, we had to dig deep, we went quite heavy in really sort of exploring what it is that can make you successful and what are the things that actually hold you back. Really, really powerful stuff. I've got lots of boot camps in my coaching community, but this would have to be one of the most powerful ones. And, I just know the impact that it's had on some of the people already. You can go and watch all the replays of that, guys. If you're not in our coaching community, you can get in for $1 and have a look around for a few days. Watch the training. So all the details are up above if you'd like to access those replays. But I'm sharing with you now, there are no words, no funnel, no Facebook ad that's going to make you successful. You really have to sort you out before you sort out any kind of online strategies or online training. So it's just critical because nothing overcomes you, who you are, the person that you are, the confidence or the lack of confidence that you have. That's what's going to help you become successful. Hello, so who's here today? Hi, Mike. I've been replaying the bootcamp already because there was so much info in it for me. Thanks for all you do, Helen Martin. Oh, thank you, Mike. And I'm glad you're going back through it while it's still fresh. We covered a lot in 3 days. There's no way you could absorb everything that we went through from just going through it. Like, you really do need to sort of watch it again. Hello, Heather. Lovely to see your smiling face today, and all the amazing crew. Hello to you. Thanks, Heather. Heather's one of our VIP mentoring students. Hello, Gloria. Gloria's a life member, as is Glenn. How are you today, Glenn? Good to see you on. Hello, Faye. Good to see you guys here. We've got Beth. Yay for goals. Absolutely. So we talked about that as well, setting yourself up for success. We got Charm. Hello, how are you? Monica, lovely to see you here. Vina, hello. Heather, good to see you here. Our boot camp this week was super. Hello, Jeanette. Lovely to see you here. Beth, it was an amazing training. It was heavy, but great. I've implemented many things and it feels great. That's what it's all about. Absolutely amazing. Opened up a lot of feelings of things that I need to deal with. Some of them are harder to deal with than others. Thank you. So that's awesome, Heather. Steph is with us. We've got Deborah as well. Opening Pandora's box. I had to categorize some old wounds. And sometimes we need to actually face that and go and do it to move forward. Great boot camp. Just finished the replays. Awesome, Monica. Glad you got to catch the replays. Mike is with us. Hey, Andrea, missed the boot camp. We'll replay this weekend. That's what the replays are for. So you can catch up when you want to catch up, because the time zone doesn't always necessarily suit everyone. But those of you that are in my coaching community, please go and take the time to watch the replays of those 3 days. It could be just what you need to really dig deep, to change some things that absolutely propel your business forward and get you the success that you're looking for. Now, let's go into what I'm going to talk about today. So this is specific to social media. This is to do with those of you that are prospecting and recruiting on social media organically. So some of you will be doing, Facebook advertising, and you're not maybe doing some things organically. Even if that's the case, you still want to have conversations with people on social media. So these strategies that I'm going to share with you will still be helpful to you guys that are not necessarily prospecting and networking as such organically on social media. There'll still be things that you'll get out of this, okay? So those of you that are growing more organically and you're making friend requests and you're in groups and you're just networking with additional people, building new relationships, and just being strategic about certain fan pages that you might be watching or groups that you're in, and listening to the conversation that's happening in there, which is something that I would advise you to do if you're growing your business organically. So you might go into a specific group where people are talking about a specific sort of issue. You might see a friend of yours put something just generally on their newsfeed about how they're feeling. There are a lot of people sharing more about what they're going through or experiencing because of what we're experiencing around the world at the moment. People are in lockdown. People are frustrated. People have got a lack of income. Some people have lost their jobs, and some people are vocal about that on social media. And obviously there's a lot of people that aren't and just hide away from social media, which is absolutely fine. But what I want to share with you is, if you see something that triggers you to think, I'd love to talk to them about my business, this would be a good candidate for my business. So this could be product-based, or it could be business-based, just with building an income, on social media. Or you may have a product. Maybe somebody's put a post up that they're tired, or, they've got no energy. There's some kind of particular health issue. They put on weight during COVID, whatever it is that you can relate to the products that you have. So I'm going to give you a bit of a strategy as to how to tackle this, which may give you a better result than what a lot of people are doing on social media. So somebody might see that and they go, ding, 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 ding. This is a perfect prospect for me. I'm going to message them and tell them I've got something that you should try to help you with that. Like, they go straight in there. And that's where people's skepticism goes up, because they're like, you're only contacting me because you want me to sell you a product. And we really don't want to create that impression, do we? We want to really build a friend and build that level of trust before we go there with the sale. So be a human before you're a marketer every single time. I know I hash that here, but I can't say it enough. Be a human before you're a marketer. So don't jump on people when you see an opportunity. So let's say you see something on social media and it's something that you think, oh, I'm sure my product would help this person. So what you would want to do in the first instance is say something like, depends whether you know them or you don't know them. So I'll give you wordings for sort of both. So let's say you do know them. So they say something, maybe you pick up in a group, or somebody's put something on the newsfeed. So be alert to these kind of posts that you can, if you get any inkling from any post from somebody, I could help them with what I've got. You could help them with your product, or you can help them with your business, anything that you see on social media. This is a better strategy than just going in there and going, look, I've really got something you should look at. Okay. So we're just going to go a bit more subtle approach. So if it's somebody you know, you could say, look, you're probably not aware of this, but I used to deal with that same issue. Or I'm still dealing with that same issue, whatever the issue is. So if you know them, you could probably say, oh, you're probably not aware, but I deal with that too. Or I've dealt with that too. So you make that statement. And then underneath that, you can say, would you like me to share with you what I did to get past it? Or would you like me to share with you what I'm doing to get past it or to deal with it? So you just ask the question, would you like me to share with you? Now, there's a reason behind this. Just hold the thought there. There's a reason why we're saying that. Would you like me to share with you what I've done, to get past it, or what I'm doing, depending whether it's past, something that you've already cured or done, or, you're already making money or something you're currently doing. If it's somebody you don't know, you just change the wording a little bit to say something like, oh, I completely understand. I used to deal with that same issue, or I'm still dealing with that. I'm dealing with that exact issue myself. So you just word it a little bit differently depending whether you know the person or not. So some of you might be prospecting and networking on social media, trying to find people in the cold market that you can help. So again, if you see anything that somebody writes going, oh, I can help them, like the little trigger goes off, these are the kind of words you want to use, okay? So we say, I completely understand if they're a stranger, I'm going through the same thing myself, or I used to deal with that myself. Would you like me to share with you what I've done or what I'm doing to get past it? And wait for the response, okay? Let's say the person does respond. Hopefully, if they don't, then you've got nowhere to go with it. And then they just obviously don't want to hear about it. And that's okay, you move on. But if somebody responds saying, yeah, happy to hear something, they're just kind of open enough to go, yeah, okay, or something. Then remember, this is on a post of some sort. Then you would say to them, I'll shoot you a message through Messenger because it's private. So tack that on the end. I'll shoot you a message in Messenger because it's private. So you're just creating that awareness of the reason that you're going into Messenger, and take it from the news feed sort of into the Messenger, okay? And use that kind of language. Then when you get into Messenger, you agree with them again. So, hey, it's awesome to connect with you. I totally resonate with what you said because I've dealt with that too, or I'm still dealing with that at the moment. Are you happy for me to share with you, some of the things that I've done? Get them to say yes again. So they've said yes to hearing more about it. They said yes to going into Messenger. They've said yes again to hearing a little bit more about it. Now, here's the trick as well. You don't want to go straight in with a link to a video, to whatever it is that you've got, business opportunity or a product or anything like that. Suggest, so this is just one example. So relate this to whatever you're doing, but suggest 3 things. So let's say I've seen a post of somebody struggling with something, maybe it's sleep. So I'm going product example here now. So I see that and I go through that and we get into Messenger and say, look, there's 3 things that I've really found that's helped. Now, put the first 2 things or the first and the third thing totally unrelated to your business. Like something else that you may have done to help with sleep. Like I've really found that when I've, had a cup of hot tea and lemon water or a milk drink or something, it just soothes me and helps me sleep or something. Like have 3 things that you mention, 2 of them unrelated totally to what it is that you want them to have a look at, okay? And you slip in the second or the third thing as being, in my case, it could be a natural supplement or whatever I'm using. So you slip that in. You don't even say what it is then. So these are 3 things that I found really helpful. What have you tried in the past? Is natural supplement something that you've used? Ask the question instead of going in Messenger and going, this is what I use. And they go, oh, now I know why you're messaging me in Messenger. This is just a sales pitch for me to get me to buy your thing. So actually extend the conversation a little bit. If they stop responding, they're not somebody that wants what you've got. They're not willing to look at, what it is that you have. So continue the conversation. Offer 3 things. One of those things will be what you've got to offer. Let's say business opportunity. You might have a couple of things that you've looked at, and then, building a business online with I've got systems to follow. Like, just mention it. Like, is that ever something that you would have considered? Like, throw it out there amongst some other things, and then ask their opinion of whether they've done something like that, looked at something like that, and then listen, like, wait for the response. And then, or say, this is something I've done. Can you relate to that at all? Is this something that you've used before? So get them to say yes again. Can they relate to it? Have they done anything, sort of like that before? And get them to communicate, with you, and then go in and say, would you like me to share with you exactly sort of what I use? If they go, no, I haven't tried that before. Are you open to trying a natural supplement? Yes, I am. Okay, you happy for me to share with you what I use? So the psychology behind this, guys, is yes, 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 yes. Now, you guys might not think that's important, but what's happening by the time you get to putting your product in front of somebody or your business opportunity in front of somebody, they're already predispositioned to the yes. Does that make sense to you guys? Because if you can get somebody to agree with you every step of the way, it's much easier to increase with your results with somebody saying yes at the end of the day. Oh, I'll have a look at it. That looks interesting. Thank you. Because you've actually cared about them. You've given them some information that's not only all about what it is that you're selling to create the impression, oh, I know exactly why they're contacting me. They just want me to sell their stuff. We don't want to be that person. Okay? So by following this kind of strategy, getting them to relate to you, asking them how they feel, asking them what they've used, and just go that little step forward in getting them to agree and be interested every step of the way, I'm telling you that the psychology of how the brain works, when you finally get to the point, it doesn't guarantee a yes, guys, but it might give you a better opportunity to increase your results in somebody actually buying or looking into what you've got. So this is the difference between being a human before you're a marketer, jumping on somebody too early, which is what most direct sellers, network marketers, home-based business owners do. They see an opportunity and they jump. But some of you may be jumping way too early and then you're putting them off. So care about the person and try to think of questions. Like, get people's permission to send them the next step. I'll say that again. Get people's permission to send the next step. You're going to have far more opportunity in somebody being interested in what you've got to offer when you ask their permission for the next step. Not, here's what I use, I've attached a video for you to look at. I didn't want your video. I didn't ask to see your stuff. But this is what happens in our industry. So ask their permission. So you go through that cycle and it's like, are you happy for me to just shoot you through a little video to give you a bit more understanding of what it is that I use and how it might be able to help you? It's all about the other person. So care enough about the other person to get their permission along the way, get their yeses along the way. If they stop responding to you, they're not the perfect prospect for you. They never were. But I know network marketers, direct sellers, home-based business owners that use this particular strategy, and they are killing it because they're not going in too early with what it is that they have that creates the impression, I just want you to buy. Okay? So get their buy-in, get their permission, get them to agree, get them to say yes by the questions that you ask and the conversation that you have. Would that be something that you're open to looking into? Would that be something you think you might try? Have you ever tried using natural supplements before? Ask the question before you even put it out there that you've got one. Okay? So it's just a bit of strategy of how the brain works. When people go, yes, 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 you're more inclined to get a yes at the end of it than going in hardcore too early and their back's gone up. And even if it was the best product for them, they're already off your radar because they feel like you're selling to them. They don't feel like you care about them. They feel like you're just trying to get a sale out of them. So you miss the opportunity of them really connecting with the benefits of what it is that you have, because you've gone in too hard too early. Okay. I'm not a big fan of, networking on social media forever, but this is quite strategic and quite specific. When you see an opportunity to talk to somebody through something you've seen on social media, a post on somebody's newsfeed, a group that you are networking in, if you are building your business organically, you should be looking for this kind of stuff, guys, because these are people that are ready and waiting for you and your solution, because they've got a need. When somebody's got a need and you've got the solution, then that's a marriage made in heaven. But how you tackle it will make the difference between the sale or the not, or coming into your business or not. So when you are a little bit more strategic about the words that you use and the actions that you take, then you could have a much better result. Okay? Just seeing if that it does make sense. Hey, Hero, I got it right. Thank you for yesterday and sharing with me how you pronounce your name correctly. Makes sense. Total sense. Fantastic. This is so helpful. Is this just this little piece of advice, guys? Is this helpful, like Jeanette is saying, in how you can tackle having a conversation with somebody? Because the magic is in Messenger. We all know that. When you can personally connect with people and let them know you care. But just strategically, getting people to say yes, asking for their permission for the next step. Are you happy for me to add you to a group where you can see some information that will help you understand X, Y, Z? Put the benefit in there. It's not just, do you want to get in a group? Do you want to have a look at this video? Do you want to have a look at my webinar? Do you want to have a look at my, product presentation? It's like, put the benefit in there and ask their permission. You're going to get a much better result. Yes, so helpful. With the 3 ads, can you reverse it and ask them these questions? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, Jeanette. So if you can just explain that a little bit more, I'll try and answer that for you, because I'm just not quite sure what you're asking. It certainly doesn't sound spammy how you say it. It's coming from a place of concern. Sorry, not B's, but add F's. B's. I'm still not following. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I'm missing, Jeanette, but if you can just say it in a slightly different way, I might be able to understand. What I love about the strategy is this. The cold market I've spoken to will remember me that the next time they hear about similar products, chances are they will revert back around to me down the road. Yeah, and just remember, just our industry in general, guys, it's all about timing. And when you're not that person that's pushy, but they see a similar product from somebody, but they know that you've got something similar and they've got more of a rapport with you and you weren't the pushy one, guess who they come back to when their interest is piqued? There's people in my network marketing business that said no to the business opportunity. And then 8-9 months later, their circumstances changed and they were just sitting in the background, sort of watching posts on social media. And then the timing was right. And they came back and they blitzed it within a matter of 3 or 4 months. It's all timing, guys. So just because somebody doesn't answer you, somebody doesn't, connect with your message at the time, somebody doesn't agree to looking at something there and then, it doesn't mean they won't circle back to you when the time is right. But how you handle these situations, make sure you keep best friends with people that say no to you for anything. It doesn't make anybody wrong. It doesn't mean they're never going to buy from you in the future. Yes, so good. It is helpful. Yes, very helpful. Super helpful. Vina, thanks for sharing this strategy. I've never thought of that. Good. So helpful from Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Good morning, Emma. Yes, very helpful. Yes, it's all about making relationships. Very helpful. Feel, felt, found. Yeah, and that's part of it as well. Oh, is that what you were referring to with the 3Fs? So feel, felt, found. Hopefully you guys are very aware of that strategy. It's an Eric Worre strategy. It's in his book called GoPro. If you don't have that and you're new to this industry, or even if you've been in the industry for a while, it's a very good book to read. And it talks about the feel, felt, found. So this is, you can bring that into this. I totally understand how you feel, because I felt the same way too. And I found something that really helped me. Would you like me to share with you what I've done to get past whatever it is that they're struggling with? It's important wording, guys. I'm saying it for a specific reason, but you can definitely bring in that feel, felt, found as well. You bet. Provide value in a 20-minute messenger chat, and they will come back to me because I was in a good position to show care and concern. Hi, here I have to watch this again. So valuable. Good. So watch it again and take down some of the words that I used specifically, okay, and some of the strategies that I'm telling you specifically to get people to agree to the next step about what you want to show them. It's never look at this. So do you know how that feels, guys? On the reverse side of it, you just get sent a message in Messenger and it's a link to somebody's business opportunity, or it's a link to a product because they might have seen a post of yours that you were struggling with somebody. It's like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to watch a video. So ask people's permission. Be a human being before you're a marketer. If it's not the right timing for them, but you're all cool about it, and if they say, no, I've got my favorite products that I use, you know, awesome. So happy for you. Leave it on an amazing note, because you never know when that person is going to come back to you, because your timing is not their timing. Okay, so it's simple, but sometimes the simplest strategies with a little bit more thought behind it. But just remember the psychology of that. Someone saying yes, 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 yes. By the time you get to the buying decision, they are so much more likely to buy. Okay, so I really hope that's helpful to you guys, that you know, you can relate to that regarding any kind of products that you might have, or even the business opportunity when somebody's struggling for money. You can use this strategy in either scenario, whatever it is that you are offering for your you know, business opportunity. But take down those particular words, think of that strategy and use that. And I can't guarantee anything, but it's going to set you up for better results in this industry. Okay, so I hope that's helpful to you guys. You know, test it out. Yes, very helpful. Hero, yes, so true. Awesome. So remember, those of you that missed the boot camp, the details are up above. Just for the sake of a few dollars, guys, that could change the future of your business, that boot camp. I'm not kidding you. So we are at the weekend. It's Saturday for me, so I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my weekend. For those of you that it's Friday night, you're just starting the weekend, whatever you do, make sure in this weird, wonderful world of our industry and social media that somewhere along the line you put down your phone and you just regroup or have a little social media detox, even if it's for a few hours. Put your phone away on the weekends for a period of time and just do something for you or with your family or your loved ones or whatever it is. It is just so important in this industry. We need downtime because we can't always be on. This industry, particularly in social media, it never, ever, ever, ever stops. You know, in network marketing and prospecting, dealing with people and stuff like that, it's just always go, 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 go. But you can't operate on go, 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 go. And sometimes you just need a little bit of stress relief. Some of you may not be getting the results in the business that you want, so you keep on pushing. You feel like you're getting nowhere, but you're always pushing and not giving you just not giving yourself some space to breathe. Sometimes you just need to breathe, regroup, so you can, new thoughts will come, new energy will come, and then you can do the things that you know that'll work in your business. Okay, so I really look forward to seeing you guys next week for more great training. I've already thought about some of the things I want to talk to you next week, so you don't want to miss out. Just turn your notifications on for my page so you don't miss out on any of the great free training that I bring you here 5 days a week. Have an awesome weekend, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.